Everyone wants success, but few are willing to build the habits that attract it. Success doesn't come by luck. It comes by design. And that design starts with your daily habits. If you can master your day, you can master your destiny. 1. Start your day with intention. Not distraction. Every morning gives you two choices: to wake up with purpose or to wake up with noise. Most people open their eyes and immediately open their phones. They scroll, they compare, they consume, and before they even take their first deep breath, their mind is already overwhelmed with chaos. That's how they lose control of their day before it even begins. Success doesn't come from what you do once in a while. It comes from what you do every single morning. Consistently, deliberately, and intentionally. When you wake up with intention, you set the tone for everything that follows. Think about it. How can you expect clarity in your life if your morning starts with confusion? Successful people guard their mornings like treasure. They don't start their day reacting to the world. They start by designing it. They know that the first hour of the day is the foundation for the next 23. That's why they don't let social media, emails, or negativity invade their mindset early on. Instead, they take charge of their mind before the world does. Start your day with silence, not noise. Spend 5 minutes just breathing, grounding yourself, and realizing you're alive. That's your first gift of the day. Then, spend another few minutes reminding yourself of your purpose. Why you're doing what you're doing. When you connect with your purpose, every challenge that comes your way feels smaller because you remember why you started. You don't need a fancy routine or expensive habits. What you need is awareness. Awareness that your morning is the most powerful weapon you have. Most people live like they're stuck in yesterday. They wake up thinking about their past mistakes, their failures, and their fears. But the successful ones wake up thinking about opportunity. Every morning is a blank page. You can either rewrite your story or repeat your old one. The choice is yours. When you begin your day with intention, you're telling the universe, I'm ready. I'm in control. I'm not waiting for luck. I'm creating it. Your morning intention is not just about motivation. It's about direction. Without it, you drift through the day, reacting to problems instead of creating progress. It's like sailing without a compass. You move, but you go nowhere meaningful. But when your day starts with clarity, when you know your goals, your priorities, and your focus, you walk with confidence. You no longer chase things that don't matter. You attract what truly aligns with your purpose. Let me tell you this, the world doesn't reward busy people, it rewards focused ones. So instead of waking up to notifications, wake up to goals. Write them down. Speak them out loud. Visualize what success looks like for you today. Not 10 years from now, not someday, today. What will make today meaningful? What one thing can you do that brings you closer to your dream? That one small step, done with intention, has more power than 100 random actions. And yes, it won't always be easy. There will be mornings when you feel tired, unmotivated, and uninspired. But that's when your discipline must take over. Remember, motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. The habit of starting your day with intention will eventually shape your mindset, your productivity, and your destiny. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. You might not control what happens throughout your day. Unexpected challenges will come. But when you begin with a strong mindset, you can face them with clarity and confidence. The morning gives you power, but only if you take it. So tomorrow, when you open your eyes, don't rush to your phone. Don't rush to the world. Take a moment to rush to yourself, your goals, your peace, your purpose. Ask yourself, what do I want to create today? Who do I want to become today? When you answer those questions every morning, you don't just start a day, you start a legacy. Success doesn't belong to the one who wakes up earliest. It belongs to the one who wakes up with a reason. Let your mornings be your launch pad, not your alarm clock. Because when you master your morning, you master your life. 2. Learn something new every single day. If you stop learning, you stop growing. And when you stop growing, you start dying, not physically, but mentally, emotionally, and professionally. The world is moving faster than ever before. What you know today might become outdated tomorrow. So if you want to stay relevant, valuable, and unstoppable, there's only one rule: never go to bed without learning something new. Successful people are not born smarter, they just stay curious longer. They treat every day like a classroom and every mistake like a lesson. They understand that learning is not limited to schools or universities. Real education begins the moment you step into life. Every challenge, every failure, every conversation is a chance to learn if your mind stays open. The greatest power you can have is not money, not status, not talent. It's the hunger to keep learning. Most people think learning stops when they get a job or a degree. They say, I already know enough. That's where growth ends. Because the day you think you know everything is the day you stop improving. Remember, the world doesn't care about what you knew yesterday. It rewards what you can learn today. Learning is the bridge between who you are and who you want to be. Every new skill, every new idea, every new experience brings you one step closer to the person you're meant to become. So, ask yourself, what did I learn today? Maybe you learned a new skill, maybe a new mindset, or maybe a lesson hidden inside a failure. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. What matters is that you learn something. When you do this daily, learning becomes your habit, not a chore. And habits build futures. Let's be honest, we all have 24 hours. Some people waste those hours complaining about what they don't have, while others invest those hours learning something that brings them closer to success. The difference between an average person and a great one is not luck. It's how they spend their time. Imagine if you learned just one new thing every day for a year. That's 365 lessons. Now multiply that by 10 years. That's a lifetime of growth. No one can stop a person who grows every day. Learning doesn't always mean reading books or taking courses. It also means observing people, listening more than you speak, asking questions, and being humble enough to say, I don't know. Because the truth is, the most dangerous phrase in life is, I already know that. It closes the door to discovery. The ones who keep learning are the ones who stay curious. Curiosity is the engine of success. It keeps your mind alive, your ideas fresh, and your spirit young. Look around. Technology changes every month, businesses evolve every week, and opportunities come and go faster than ever. The only way to keep up is to keep learning. If you don't, you'll be replaced by someone who does. And it's not just about career growth. Learning also keeps your confidence strong. When you learn something new, you expand your ability to handle challenges. You become more adaptable, more creative, and more fearless. But remember, learning without application is wasted potential. Don't just collect knowledge, use it. Practice what you learn. Apply it to your work, your relationships, your goals. Knowledge becomes power only when it's used. Even the smallest lesson, when practiced daily, can create massive results over time. And here's the beauty of learning. It doesn't matter where you start. You can begin with a book, a podcast, a mentor, or even a mistake. Learning doesn't require money. It requires mindset. It's not about how much you know. It's about how much you're willing to keep knowing. Success belongs to those who stay students for life. So make this your rule every night before you sleep. Ask yourself one simple question. What did I learn today? If the answer is nothing, you didn't just waste a day. You wasted an opportunity to grow. Remember, time will pass anyway. The question is, will you remain the same or become better with each passing day? If you truly want to achieve success, never let a day end without feeding your mind. Because success is not built by those who have all the answers. It's built by those who never stop asking the right questions. Keep learning, keep growing, and life will keep opening doors you never imagined were possible. 3. Surround yourself with people who challenge you. If you want to fly high, stop standing with those who crawl. The people around you determine how far you can go in life. Show me your circle, and I'll show you your future. Success is not only about your effort, it's also about your environment. You can have all the ambition in the world, but if you are surrounded by people who don't believe in growth, sooner or later, you'll start shrinking too. That's why one of the most powerful habits for success is to surround yourself with people who challenge you. People who make you uncomfortable, push you to think bigger, and never let you settle for good enough. Average people love comfort. They want friends who agree with everything they say. They want to be surrounded by those who clap for their small achievements, but never question their potential. But comfort doesn't create champions. Challenge does. The people who truly care about your growth are not always the ones who make you feel good. They are the ones who push you when you want to quit, who correct you when you go wrong, and who remind you of your purpose when you start to forget it. You need people who are honest, not people who are nice. People who tell you the truth, not what you want to hear. People who inspire you through their actions, not through empty words. When you spend time with winners, your mindset starts to shift. Their energy, their hunger, their discipline, it all begins to influence you. You start thinking differently, speaking differently, and acting differently. And that's when transformation happens. Think about it. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. You grow when you're surrounded by people who know more, do more, and expect more. Their presence becomes a mirror that reflects your weaknesses, not to shame you, but to strengthen you. It's easy to feel confident around people who never challenge you, but true confidence comes from growing through challenge, not avoiding it. Successful people understand this deeply. They intentionally build circles of growth, mentors who guide them, peers who compete with them, and friends who believe in their vision. They don't fear criticism, they welcome it, because they know that criticism is often a sign that they're growing beyond their comfort zone. They don't look for validation, they look for elevation. But here's a truth most people ignore. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. Some people drain it, others multiply it. Some pull you backward with negativity and gossip, while others lift you with ideas and encouragement. Choose carefully who you spend your time with, because their mindset becomes yours. If you hang around 5 complainers, you'll become the 6th. But if you surround yourself with 5 dreamers, you'll start dreaming bigger too. Your circle should be your source of accountability. These are the people who remind you of your goals when you get lazy, who push you to rise when you fail, who won't let you make excuses. They see the greatness inside you even when you doubt yourself. The truth is, you can't see your own back. Sometimes you need others to tell you what you can't see in yourself. That's the power of the right circle. But don't just look for people who inspire you, become someone who inspires others too. Growth is not one-sided. When you grow, help others rise with you. Build a circle where everyone pushes each other, where success is shared, not envied. That's how teams win. That's how great companies, great friendships, and great legacies are built, through people who challenge each other to become better every single day. And yes, it won't always feel comfortable. Growth never does. There will be times when your circle questions you, disagrees with you, or calls out your mistakes. Don't take it personally. Take it as a sign that you're surrounded by people who care enough to make you better. You don't grow by hearing. Yes, all the time, you grow through the power of honest feedback. So look at your circle today. Are they challenging you or comforting you? Are they pushing you forward or holding you back? If you want to change your future, change your circle. Seek mentors, seek dreamers, seek doers. People who remind you that your goals are possible, but your excuses are not. Because at the end of the day, success is not a solo journey. It's built through collaboration, correction, and connection. You can walk fast alone, but you can walk far with the right people. So, surround yourself with those who challenge you, and you'll never have to worry about staying the same. You'll keep evolving, keep improving, and keep winning. 4. Embrace failure as your most honest teacher. Everyone wants to win, but no one wants to fail. Yet the truth is, success doesn't come from avoiding failure. It comes from learning how to dance with it. Failure is not your enemy. It's your most honest teacher. It doesn't flatter you, it doesn't lie to you, and it doesn't comfort you. It tells you exactly where you stand, what you need to change, and how much further you must go. Failure strips away your pride and reveals your true strength. Without it, you can't grow. Without it, you can't lead. Without it, you can't succeed. The problem is, most people see failure as the end, but in reality, it's just the beginning of real education. When you fail, you're not defeated, you're being redirected. Every time you fail, life is whispering to you, there's a better way. The question is, are you listening, or are you too busy complaining? Failure is not a punishment, it's a process. It's the bridge between dreaming and achieving. Think of the people who truly made a difference in this world. None of them succeeded without failure. Every inventor, every entrepreneur, every leader failed more times than most people even tried. But they didn't let failure define them. They let it refine them. They understood something most people don't. Failure doesn't mean you're unworthy. It means you're learning faster than everyone else. When you fail, you face 2 choices: to give up or to grow up. The weak give up, the strong grow up. The weak blame others, the strong take responsibility. The weak fear failing again, the strong learn how to fail better. That's what separates success stories from regrets. You see, failure has a strange way of building strength. Success makes you comfortable, failure makes you wise. Success feeds your ego, failure feeds your character. Success shows the world who you are, failure shows you who you really are. It's in your darkest moments that your light begins to form. Every time you fail, you get closer to understanding what truly works. Don't run from failure. Study it. Break it down. Ask yourself, what did this teach me? What can I do better next time? That question alone turns failure into power. The people who win in life are not the ones who never fall. They are the ones who always rise. Every time stronger, smarter, and more determined. The truth is, failure hurts. It breaks your confidence, it shakes your belief, and sometimes it makes you question your worth. But pain has purpose. Every disappointment carries a lesson that can shape your future if you're brave enough to face it. The greatest mistake you can make is to let failure make you afraid to try again. Because the moment you stop trying, that's when failure truly wins. You'll notice people who never fail are usually the ones who never risk. They live safe, small lives, protected by fear. But those who dare to fail live fully. They learn faster, grow deeper, and reach higher. Failure gives you perspective. It humbles you, and humility is the foundation of wisdom. It teaches you gratitude, resilience, and patience, the true ingredients of lasting success. So when failure visits you, don't reject it. Welcome it. Let it break you, but then rebuild yourself stronger. Let it humble you, but never silence your dream. Remember, every time you fail, you're being trained for your next success. Each failure prepares you for a moment of breakthrough that others give up before seeing. You don't need to be perfect to win. You just need to be persistent. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. Every time you rise after failure, you build a muscle, the muscle of resilience. And that muscle will take you further than talent ever will. The world doesn't belong to those who never fall. It belongs to those who never quit. Your failures are not the end of your story. They are the chapters that make your story worth reading. One day, when you succeed, people will see your glory, but not your struggle. But you will know that every scar, every setback, every sleepless night was part of your preparation. So don't fear failure. Fear standing still. Fear living a life so safe that you never truly grow. Because failure, when embraced, becomes the fire that forges your strength. Every master was once a beginner who failed repeatedly, but refused to stop. Let failure teach you, guide you, and build you. Because in its lessons lies the foundation of your greatest success. Success is not built overnight. It's built every single day. Through small habits, quiet discipline, and endless belief. The truth is, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is not talent, not luck, not background. It's habits. Habits create momentum, and momentum creates miracles. The world will tell you success is about being the smartest or the fastest, but it's not. It's about being consistent when others quit. It's about waking up with intention when others sleep in confusion. It's about learning something new when others think they already know enough. It's about surrounding yourself with people who make you better, not comfortable. And it's about falling, failing, and still choosing to rise again and again. If you want to change your life, don't wait for a big opportunity. Create one with your habits. Because your habits are your future, written in advance. Every small action you take today builds the person you'll become tomorrow. Every time you choose growth over comfort, you move one step closer to your dream. Every time you refuse to give up, you rewrite your destiny. Remember, no one succeeds by chance. Success is not something you chase. It's something you attract by the person you become. So build the habits that shape greatness: discipline, curiosity, resilience, patience, and courage. Do them daily, not sometimes. Because what you repeat, you become. There will be days when you feel tired, when the road looks long, when progress seems invisible. But that's when your habits will protect you. That's when your discipline will speak louder than your doubt. You may not see results immediately, but keep going. The seed you're watering today will become the tree that shades your future. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize it was never the big moments that made you successful. It was the small choices, the simple habits, and the quiet consistency that built your empire. So don't wait for motivation. Build momentum. Don't chase success. Grow into it. Because success doesn't start with a dream. It starts with a habit.